And hello and welcome back to the Harry and Marcus Show, take 2. Because for the second time in a week and a half, I forgot to push record. I need to put a big sticker on my iPad saying, push record, you idiots. Anyway, today there was a record fair in Ealing, Eel Pie Records Record Fair, second Saturday of every month. And we went and Marcus brought many records. And I'm not going to go into make the joke.
I noticed there, and knowing your age, you did a bit of a Biden there.
Did I? What did I do?
You said Ealing.
Oh, right, yeah. Oh, right, Twickenham, yeah. I'll be calling you Trump next. Right, anyway, my two great purchases were Ed Stewart, Stew Pot's Party, which
is that quite rare?
It probably is, because I can't see many people brought it. It's got Jeepster, Rider, White Swan, and Hot Love as a mix up of one song, but it's also got the Comb and Paper Dance done by Stew Pot and the Children, which sounds a bit risky. And it's also got a game you can play, Musical Statues 2, Night of the Fear by the Moon, Night of Fear by the Moon, and Top of the Pops number 34 with Sorrow, Photograph, My Friend Stan, Goodbye Yellow Brick Road, all the great songs from a great year. 73, wasn't it? Yeah, 73. Yeah. So they were my two purchases for the princely sum of £4. You probably spent about 400 times that. And let's start with your ones.
All right. Okay. I'll try not to lean over and cover up the whole screen, but you pointed out to me.
Gives the viewers a nice close up. They can freeze it and frame it.
They can really see my paws. Can't mate. All right, first one. I think they're a bit I know about them, but they're a bit of a sort of specialist band. I found, and I've just been buying some of their old stuff. Led Zeppelin 2. This is apparently their second LP.
So it's a bit like Queen. They couldn't sign the title, so they just called it 2.
But not as bad as Peter Gabriel.
No, because he just
called all his albums Peter Gabriel.
Yeah. And as we've already mentioned once tonight, Led Zeppelin played Live Aid, and today is still for another 45 minutes while we're recording it, July the 13th, which is the 39th anniversary of Live Aid. And Led Zeppelin actually was so bad on Live Aid that when they released Live Aid on DVD, they refused to give permission for their performance to be on it.
We've obviously all seen it on YouTube and stuff, and be honest, I thought they were really good. We'd not seen them for years.
Yeah,
as being on there. If they're perfectionists, so they didn't like it, and so I thought it sounded really good.
There's a running thing there though, because when Robert Plant played with Queen on the Freddie Mercury tribute concert, his two songs were Crazy Little Thing Called Love and Innuendo. And when the DVD came out, yes, again, his performances were missing because he refused to give permission because he said he wasn't up to par. And the only other person who ever gave, who I remember, who wouldn't give permission to be on the released movie was Beck when he played at Bowie's Last Stand, Ziggy Stardust gig. But that was for a whole different reason. It wasn't because he wasn't playing very well. It's because he came on dressed in a T-shirt and flared jeans, and Bowie and the lot were all in their glam era gear. And he said afterwards that he felt like about 90 compared to him. And so he refused to give permission because he thought he looked too old and boring next to him. But his musically, I mean, it was brilliant. He was playing the Genie with the guitar behind his head, and he was Ronson's guitar hero. Ronson's always said Beck's the reason he got into it.
Oh, you just said Beck. So I was thinking the artist.
Oh no, Jeff Beck. No, sorry. no, Jeff Beck was
What's Beck doing playing his guitar behind his? I didn't know he played guitar. Right, okay.
Yeah, but no, Ronson.
Well, that's something we didn't have in the first show, so that's worth having.
Yeah. Ronson's always said that Beck was the reason he got into playing guitar. So I can remember one of my very few memories I remember of that gig was when he started playing the guitar behind his head once and stopped playing and just sort of put his hand out to everyone to applaud and everything. But it's a shame that he
remember when I used to play my guitar behind me head.
Yeah, it sounded better than when you played it in the front.
Yeah.
But it's a shame Beck didn't give us permission because he was really good on the night. And he just felt like he was an old man next to this lot, but I don't think that made a lot of difference. But Zeppelin have just got a habit of, unless they're perfection in their own mind, they won't let it be released live on things. And I don't think they were that bad at Live Aid.
No, I enjoyed it. Rock and roll, which I think that's one of the ones I really had a problem with, is no drumming compared to Bonham.
I mean, you can't. I mean, I'm not a great Phil Collins fan. In fact, I'm not a Phil Collins fan. He is one of the very few people that I'd probably switch the stations if he came on. Him and Lionel Richie, I'd probably switch stations if they came on. But
I'd be dancing on the ceiling if Lionel Richie came on.
But you can't fault Collins really for trying to step into Bonham's shoes. I mean, Bonham was a drummer of his own, like as everyone said. He used to use like tree stumps as fucking, he's so heavy.
Yeah, I did. No, I saw a thing today, and he's really hitting the drums, but he wasn't as good as Karen Carpenter.
Oh no.
He came fourth in the list of best drummers.
Didn't he get pissed about that?
Behind, he wasn't very impressed.
No.
In fact, he got really drunk and angry after that, apparently, according to the story.
Mind you, I've read a lot of stories about Bonham, and they normally end up with him being not necessarily angry, but they normally end up with him being drunk. He was well known for his drinking. Him and Keith Moon used to have very good sessions.
Very different reasons, though. He was because he was missing home.
Yeah.
Wasn't it with Bonham? He didn't really like touring.
Changing the subject totally, and nothing to do with any of the records brought today. But I was thinking today, being an old git does have its advantages sometimes because there's so much good music.
Bus Pass.
Oh, right, musically. There's so much good music that's gone before you that you sometimes forget songs that you really like. I was watching YouTube earlier and it just came up from nowhere, like on the feed. Roger Daltrey singing Ain't So Joe, and I forgot how much I really liked that song.
Yeah, it's brilliant, yeah.
He had Jimmy McCulloch playing guitar, Moon on drums, Entwistle on bass, and him on acoustic guitar, which I don't think made a lot of difference, but it was a really great song. And
it's so good that towards the end when it speeds up a bit is just great. Colin Dunstone's version is good too.
Yeah, it's just a really good song. But there's so much. There's probably we could probably do a show where we delve deep into our memories or go through chart books and just find 10 songs that we haven't heard for donkey's years but we really like. But anyway, that's for a future reference.
Yeah. That'll be coming out in about 6 years' time.
What's your next one?
The next one is Elton John.
Oh yeah.
There we go. Big hits of 1970.
You don't want to buy that rubbish original stuff. You want to buy the picture disc, Zoetrope coloured vinyl, red White Strikes Back. The reissue.
It's better to have this. This is really nice copy, actually. You can see the shining of nothing.
Yeah. I can see the laminate. I can see me.
Yeah. It's really nice. A copy of this,
and it's got probably your favourite ever cover version of it.
Well, in the summertime.
Yeah.
Well, that's an interesting way to call it. But
I meant your favourite ever cover version from those albums.
You ever heard it?
Yeah.
It sounds like someone's breaking a wind in tune on there. It's terrible. Oh, sorry. I lean in too far there.
No, you're right.
Yeah, they have these cover versions. They get bad press, really. But I mean, in the summertime is terrible. But I think they had to do a specific sound effect, and they did have a thing for it. So a guy was making a noise with his mouth for it. That's sort of ad libs they had to do because they had just 1 or 2 takes, and it doesn't always work, but sometimes it does. Elton's version of Young, Gifted and Black. I say I think Young, Gifted and Black Elton cover is almost up there with the Bob and Marcy. The band, the backing is amazing on it. It's so good. And I think they did it with an orchestra in probably only 2 takes.
Well, that's what they used to say. I mean, Elton was saying that people forget. He said it was like pocket money, but he said we used to turn up, get given the songs, and we'd do one run through, then we take. And I suppose in one respect, it shows just how great the musicians were that did it. Who could just sort of sit there, read it, rehearse it, and do it. And
bit like Mean Machine.
Oh yeah.
We don't. We do my generation, wouldn't we? We do one rehearsal, and then we do 100 more versions. For the session,
just to make sure we got it right.
Yeah, and we had to reset the drum kit up every time. When the drummer kicked it over.
And the other thing was, it was the only song we knew. But apart from that, it was. What's your next one?
Impressed.
Oh, Howard,
Impressed Howard, who went on to be in the adverts. So that was good. We did some good. Right, this one is.
We should have asked Howard to manage it.
Like the wobble board. This one.
Yep. David Bowie, Hunky Dory.
Hunky Dory with the lyric sheet or the lyric inner, is it?
Yeah.
You said there was something in here.
Yeah, the lyrics,
Can't see it in here.
They were there at the record fair because I pulled them out.
No.
They were definitely there because I pulled them out. Look on your sheet, said they haven't got stuck to you. Where are they gone? Stay where you are, don't move. You're showing a perfect picture of the label Dynaflex.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's what it is, but minus the lyric sheet.
Yeah, I'll find you a copy of that.
Bloody annoying, that. Because it was definitely there. That's why I paid another money for it. Next one, bit of a dark horse.
Yep.
This one. Dark horse.
Yes. With the
George Harrison.
I think when you played it a couple of times, and you got into the songs. It'll be your most played album. It's.
You reckon? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Beatles aficionados do say that out of solo Beatles records, forget your Imagines and your Mind Games, Cube box sets. Go for Dark Horse.
Yeah, it's that good. Well, the only thing I really know off of it is, it's Dark Horse, the song, which is the single that I've got, and Ding Dong.
I know Ding Dong, I know Dark Horse is a single, but I don't think I've ever heard Dark Horse.
Yeah, I've heard it's not great. It's all right. It's not great.
George was a weird
George. Ding Dong was George Harrison and Leslie Phillips wrote it.
Oh, yeah.
Wasn't it?
Yeah.
As their only ever collaboration, I believe.
I mean, George was very sort of almost, I suppose, commercial up until 73 with Living in a Material World. But then he sort of, I think, went off and sort of didn't do record company pleasing records, did George Harrison pleasing records, which is fair enough.
Yeah.
But anyway, what's your next one?
Yeah. Next one, you'll know these ones. This is a reissue. It's Yes.
Oh yeah.
All right. It's a gatefold.
Can't say that I've ever sat and listened to a Yes album.
Yeah. No, I listened to this. You see, it's a reissue because of the label. It's now green and orange, and this came out in 1970, 71.
And that one's with the sticker on it. It's ex Hounslow Library, so it's really rare.
Oh right. That's put a penny on the value of it.
Yeah.
There you go. Anyway, I did flick through the tracks. There's nothing really that well known to me on there, although it did sound more rocky, still prog, but more rocky than sort of close to the edge.
If there's any Yes fans watching this, they're probably screaming at the.
No. If you put a comment in and say, "What the hell are you talking about?" But it did sound a bit sort of rock. You know, it's 1969 when it came out. No, I just said 70 or 71. But anyway, to me, just flicking through the tracks, it sounded a bit.
It'd be nice to get
rockier.
a recommendation for a good Yes album or a good Yes song to listen to that wasn't a single, because I've only ever heard the singles.
Yeah, can you name them?
No, it's the screen is frozen while I'm trying to think. My brain cogs are whirring around. One on the tip of my tongue. Wondrous Stories.
Yeah, that's one. You had to get the 12-inch really for those ones.
Yeah.
They're actually hits, weren't they? So that now crept in the charts. I can't remember a lot. I obviously know the later ones, the Trevor Horn ones.
Owner
of
a Lonely Heart, of course.
That's a great single. But there you go. Right, couple left here. Next one is another one I kindly got from you for my Apple collection. This is a first pressing, and it's got the inner sleeve, I believe. So that's all good.
That's got Ringo did some really, really good singles, but that's got one of my favourite Ringo singles, Snookeroo.
What, the No song?
I was actually thinking the Snookeroo, but No song's good.
And No song's good. Yeah.
Only
You.
Also, my mother
loved, Only You.
Yeah, I was going to say my mother loved Only You.
Everyone's allowed to do covers. You can't really beat the Platters.
No.
I mean, they were,
unless of course
unless you call Brian Ferry.
Yeah.
Any cover version Brian Ferry does, this is just according to you, apparently.
Yeah.
If any cover version Brian Ferry does is fantastic.
Oh, it's more than fantastic. It's these foolish things in another time, another place should be cemented in music history as the definitive versions of songs. Having said that,
the In Crowd, blimey.
I'm now going to commit sacrilege and get the 3 subscribers who've got left to desubscribe. But I never heard Dylan's version of Hard Rain's Gonna Fall till a few years ago. When I heard it, I was so used to Perry's version, I hated it. But had I heard Dylan's first, I might not have.
It's really good, Dylan's version, and who's the what's her name? She used to do lots of stuff with. She had dark hair back then in the 60s.
Joan Baez.
Yeah, Joan Baez. Yeah, that's it. I've got some of her EPs and albums, and she does some good versions.
Oh yeah.
Hard Days. Yeah. No, I like them. I did like the Ferry version. Like you, it's a first version I heard. It's like Bowie's pin-ups.
Yeah.
What I can thank those albums for, including Brian Ferry's albums, is getting me to listen to the originals.
Yeah.
Which I then bought and had my own copies and never ever went back to those albums again.
When I was at Kingprint, it was my first ever job when Ferry's one was out, and I was walking around the print room that had a radio on, and I was singing I'm in with the In Crowd, and one of the plate makers burst out laughing and said, "You'll never be in with the In Crowd," which put me right well and truthfully in my place. But one thing you
Yeah,
don't
they
get.
didn't say that when you were going out to get the tea and
Oh no,
sandwiches.
no. Then they were sticking up wanted posters for ripping them off and not giving them their change. What's your next one?
This is my last album. It's Masters of Reality.
Oh yeah.
That came this morning, actually. Yeah, it's the HMV.
Yeah.
Limited edition. I think someone said somewhere it is 500 copies, but I don't believe that. It's not worth HMV doing a print run of 500.
You wouldn't have thought so unless they were
Wouldn't be
purposely
cost
trying to make it.
effective. Wouldn't be cost effective.
No, it wouldn't. I was going to say doing a print run of 500 would mean that they'd sell out immediately because it's so limited.
It's only 2015 and it was 16 quid. If it's a 500 run, it would have been far more.
Yeah.
Far more than that. I might be wrong, but I just don't believe it.
So what?
It looks nice. It's got an embossed sleeve.
I did notice on the front of the sticker there saying only one copy per customer.
Yeah. I'll probably keep it sealed. It's not something I'd be reaching for to play normally. And Sweet Leaf was a single, and I've got the promo single of Sweet Leaf.
I've actually done the opposite. I used to keep everything sealed, thinking, I might sell it one day, so I'll keep it. But I've suddenly got to that age where I'm thinking, well, I might be dead this time next week, so I might just start playing my records. So I've been unsealing quite a few recently and playing them.
If it was something I'd want to, this sounds really stupid, didn't it? Buying an album and it didn't cost me 16 quid. I can tell you that. But compared to the boxed original with a poster, it's a good standby one until one of our kind viewers offers me their copy of Reality. Right. Not same, but
Well, Christmas is only a few months away now.
Yeah, and it would be looked after very well in my collection, but we can't be doing that. But I was going to show some singles, but I think we've been going on long enough.
Or you just want the half-hour mark. So
want a couple of singles.
Chuck a couple of singles and just to end up with.
Well, there we go. Yeah, this is the first one. Children's favourites. Well, one of my favourites.
Oh, Perky and Pinky.
Yeah, you know them. Yeah, from Belgium.
Yeah,
and
they're from Belgium. Pinky and Perky.
Yeah. But they were sent back on Brexit. You ever seen them on telly since 2016?
I haven't seen them on telly pre-2016 for donkey's years.
But they had a cartoon series of them on BBC.
Oh, right.
For a while. But once Brexit happened, they had to go.
But unlike yourself, I don't have time to sit and watch children's TV.
I didn't actually see. I just knew it's happened. But
didn't the Pinky and Perky do a Beatles EP or a Beatles cover?
They did. It's one of the most fantastic. I'm mad on EPs. I mean, some of the rubbish I bought today. I got a Max Bygraves EP.
Nothing wrong with Max.
If it's got EP on there, it's almost sold to me. But
I was playing Max Bygraves 3 days ago.
Yeah.
But it was
what one?
Well, it's the one that I always play, but it's my only song I ever play by Max Bygraves. Things ain't what they used to be.
Yeah.
Just because I like the song.
Is that from Blitz?
Yeah.
Right, just one more. I'm a big fan of, as you are, of Nirvana. They're one of the best bands that come out of Seattle. Yeah. And this is their rare single from 1968. Rainbow Chaser. You know, I didn't realise Kurt had been around so long.
I was going to say, joking aside, Kurt wasn't even born then. But
no, if you look on the sites, this is Nirvana UK. Which is a psych band from the 60s. Does sound a bit psych. It's got loads of phaser on this one, which is quite, apart from the Beatles, it's quite early use of phasing, but it's not a bad track. Nice to get. I found a sleeve for it because it came in a horrible plain white sleeve, so I found a nice Island one for it.
It's unusual for you to have a spare sleeve.
I know, very lucky. I only had a couple of thousand to look through, but I managed to find one. Yeah, and just the last one, just a last one. Joy Bringer.
Oh, brilliant song.
That's nice for the sleeve.
Yeah.
So that's quite. It's a no jukebox copy, but that is an official release. It's not that someone's popped out, so it's not. I don't mind having those ones because it's a proper release at the time. But anyway, that's all from me.
Right. Well, that was our mainly Marcus's purchases for the day, and my two pathetic ones. And
we go on for another half hour with me other ones, but
we'll save them for next time,
perhaps.
So, but until next time, have a happy Live Aid day, and we'll see you next time.
Cheers all. See ya.